I'm digital editor Jason Lundberg, and welcome to our special Halloween episode of the Engineering Update. In this week's episode, a missile with in-flight retargeting, tracking your progress at trade shows, and an exoskeleton for feeling virtual objects. Raytheon recently completed tests of its Griffin C increased capability missile, a projectile which includes in-flight target update capabilities or the ability to switch direction and choose a new target. The company tested its capability by redirecting the missile in mid-flight. They're billing it as the answer to swarming naval threats to intermingle with friendly and neutral shipping, and the missile will act as a surface warfare solution for the U.S. Navy's littoral combat ships' surface-to-surface missile module. The Griffin C went 3 for 3 in flight testing, and the system features numerous enhancements over the existing Griffin B. These include an extended range motor that will triple the range of the incumbent missile, a dual mode seeker, a data link for in-flight target updates and positive missile control, thrust vector control, and waypoint navigation.
Conferences are a big business in the world of electronics, whether it's a consumer-based show like CES, an international extravaganza like Electronica, or a specialized show like DesignCon. The planning and work that goes into each of these events is intense. The annoying thing is, despite all the planning, you're usually so busy during trade shows that it can be difficult to track how effective you're being, or even how many people you met with. These are some of the problems that a new startup called Looped is hoping to solve. Using a system with bidirectional beacons, chipped conference badges, and a mobile app, Looped, a Silicon Valley startup founded in 2013, allows attendees to track their progress around the show floor, including where they spend the most time. The upside to this is you'll be able to access the content from the places you spend the most time via the app. So instead of spending your time taking notes about who you're talking to or exchanging business cards and brochures, you can just have a conversation. If there are things you need to take notes about, like follow-ups, those notes can be taken in the app. If you're on the marketing side and manning a booth, you'll be able to use the technology to track who was at your booth. If, as an attendee, you'd rather not have your information shared, you can set the mode to anonymous or just how much information you're sharing when you stop by a booth. Each chip will cost less than $5 to produce and can last up to 2 weeks. Plus, if the Wi-Fi goes down, as it always does in these situations, the chip will continue to track your information and just sync up when Wi-Fi is available again.
Back in the 80s, Nintendo released its infamous Power Glove, a rudimentary motion sense device more famous for its brief appearance in a kitschy 80s flick than any real functionality.
Jeez. I love the Power Glove.
And since then, for better or worse, most hand motion sense devices have been gloves. But a Chinese company called Dexmo Robotics has designed an exoskeleton that acts as a robotic controller or an elegant way to interact with objects in virtual reality. And the best part? The Dexmo includes haptic feedback that allows you to feel objects in the digital world. I don't think I have to tell you which less than reputable industry would love to get its hands and yours on technology like this, but the concept has near limitless potential in medicine, gaming, virtual tourism, industrial robotics, and many, many more. We previously discussed a haptic device from Japan that allows users to experience soft, tactile sensations like breast tissue. Using a material called hypergel, a thin, flexible material similar to human flesh, the haptic device allows your fingers to virtually touch pliable objects. The stated application is training doctors and other medical professionals to palpate breasts for lumps. And while Dexmo doesn't include hypergel or make any claims about soft tactile sensations, the applications are very similar. Paired with a VR system like the Oculus Rift, Dexmo can simulate any number of training scenarios, especially for tasks that require a certain hands-off approach, like bomb disposal. Dexmo comes in 2 versions. Classic is merely an input device, while the F2 variety includes the haptic feedback. Dexmo Robotics is currently trying to reach their $200,000 goal on Kickstarter, and a $65 donation would net you a Dexmo of your own. That's all for this week's video. Be sure to check in on Facebook and Twitter and catch past episodes on ecnmag.com. For the ECN channel, I'm Jason Lundberg and our adorable clown here, and this has been your Engineering Update.